My sister is forbidding me from coming to her wedding if I bring my boyfriend, with whom I've been together for 5 years. He's very close with my family, kind, caring, was there for my niece's birth, her christening, with us during Christmas holidays, and so on. We have a serious relationship and want to be together long term, but we're not planning a wedding yet because we want to be financially stable and achieve our career goals first. My sister has been with her fiance for 2 years and engaged for 6 months. She's one of those girls who's dreamed of a wedding since childhood. It didn't matter who proposed as long as she got married. I've never cared about getting married or not. For me, the important thing is having a good career and happy relationship. Early in her relationship, she tricked me into a double date with her fiance and his brother. She said it was dinner with her and her friend, but it was nothing like that. The brother was hitting on me all evening, even though I told him several times I have a boyfriend. I felt extremely uncomfortable. At their engagement party, my boyfriend noticed this brother staring at me, and we tried to avoid him. Every time I met this guy, he acted weird toward me. My sister wanted me, my twin sister, we're fraternal twins, and our two brothers to be part of her wedding ceremony. The wedding was supposed to happen in early May, so next month. Recently, my sister told me I'd be walking down the aisle with her fiance's brother. I said he creeps me out and thought I'd be walking with my brother. Turns out it's the fiance's demand, and my sister wants to please him. I think it's a pretty strange demand, and I'm sure there's some kind of plot between these brothers. My other brothers and sister also think it's weird and expressed their dissatisfaction, but my sister said it's her wedding and she can do whatever she wants. When I told my boyfriend about all this, he was upset. He's confident and knows this guy isn't a threat, but he knows how uncomfortable this situation makes me. Recently, we had a family dinner at Mom's house, and I decided to use the moment to discuss this with Mom. My sister immediately started sobbing, accusing me of trying to ruin her marriage. I was completely baffled, as was everyone else, and tried to explain that this guy makes me and my boyfriend very uncomfortable. Then my sister declared that I can't bring my boyfriend to her wedding, and if I do, I won't be her bridesmaid anymore. She gave no explanation why I can't bring my boyfriend, and my brothers and sister were also outraged by this decision, as they love my boyfriend much more than my sister's fiance. I thought I'd give her a couple of days to cool off and think it over, but her stance didn't change. Meanwhile, our 19-year-old brother's girlfriend is invited to the wedding. My boyfriend is an amazing person. He's always been kind and generous to my sister. He's upset but still wants me to go to the wedding. I think my sister is acting like an unreasonable idiot, and if I show up to the wedding without my partner, I'll feel very hurt. I can easily skip being a bridesmaid. So, should I bring my boyfriend anyway, or demand that my sister reconsider her decision? I love her, but I don't understand why she's so insistent on this absurd demand, especially considering how creepy her future brother-in-law is. I don't know what to do, and my family isn't helping. Here's the first update. A few days ago, I wrote that my sister, 31, said I can't be at her wedding if I bring my boyfriend, 26, with whom I've been for 5 years. Most commenters advised me to skip the wedding altogether, but she's my sister and I don't want to miss the event. I went to our parents with my brothers and explained everything. How this guy behaves toward me and how my sister disrespects my relationship. Dad was furious about her double date scheme and took my side. Mom, on the other hand, said I should try to resolve things because if I'm not at the ceremony, people will talk. And honestly, I don't care what distant relatives say. Mom organized a family meeting and invited my sister and twin sister. Dad asked my sister why I'm no longer walking with my brother, and she said it's her fiance's wish and she just wants to make him happy. I pressed her, asking why it's so important for them that I walk with this guy, who's creepy and I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to harass me. That really upset her. She started crying and yelling that this is everything she's dreamed of her whole life, and we're trying to ruin her special day, blah blah blah. I got tired of arguing and just said I'd come to the wedding as a guest, but leave right after the ceremony. My twin sister and younger brother supported me, saying they also don't want to be in the wedding if I'm not in the ceremony. My sister completely lost it, started screaming, throwing insults, including ones I can't repeat here, and insulting my boyfriend. I decided to leave and let our parents deal with her tantrum. But as I was leaving, she lunged at me and grabbed my hair. She wouldn't let go, so I grabbed her hair in return, and she finally let go. She has hair extensions, and I must have pulled so hard that I yanked out a few strands. She tried to grab me again, and I reflexively hit her in the face. I didn't mean to, but it was an instant reaction to her attack. Now she has a black eye, a scratch on her cheek, and thinner hair. She's furious because her bachelorette party is next week. Mom is mad at me, Dad isn't. My sister now threatens to sue me. Can she actually do that, or is she just scaring me? She's also furious that my brothers and sister refused to participate in the wedding. She told Mom that if I apologize and agree to be a bridesmaid, she'll let me walk with my brother as planned. I'm sure that's nonsense, and she'll still make me walk with her brother-in-law at the last minute. At this point, I feel like all this drama isn't worth it, and I don't want to go to the wedding at all. My parents want me to do what my sister asked because they're paying for the wedding and want all their kids there. My twin sister and younger brother said they'll do whatever I decide, but I don't want them to miss out because of me. My boyfriend feels this whole scandal is his fault, though he's done nothing wrong. My sister thinks I ruined her wedding, but she did it herself. I don't know what to do. I have three options: go to the wedding as a guest, participate in the ceremony, or not go at all. My parents will be upset if I don't go, and I really don't want more tension in the family, but she doesn't respect me or my relationship. Once this wedding is over, I'll limit contact. Second update. First, I want to say I didn't realize how much my post blew up until I went online a few days ago. When I first posted, there were about 30 comments, and now there are thousands, and I got a ton of messages. Many are asking why I'm not responding to people or clarifying. I don't feel obligated to answer anyone. I saw a lot of crazy theories and even comments from people hoping my sister attacks me again, suggesting I report her to the police or scream rape at her wedding. While it's entertaining, unfortunately, this isn't a movie. It's my real life. In this post, I'll try to answer some questions. Some asked if this conflict is about race. Number, my family is French and Puerto Rican, my boyfriend is Italian, and my sister's fiance is also white. I don't even know his exact ethnicity. It's also not about money. My family isn't rich but is middle class. The reason my sister's wedding is paid for by our parents and mine isn't is that I went to college and she didn't. They paid for most of my education, and I don't want a big wedding, so I don't need funding. People also asked why my parents don't refuse to pay for the wedding after all this mess. But the wedding was paid for long ago and the money can't be refunded. As for her bachelorette party, she still had it despite the bruise. She changed the venue to a darker place and caked on makeup. That night, my twin sister, brothers, my boyfriend, and I went to a club and got completely wasted. My sister's friend later told me she told everyone she hit her face on a car door, not that I punched her. My sister has always been a bit unhinged. In school, she constantly fought with my twin sister. Every breakup was a full-blown nervous breakdown. She'd go catatonic, like her life was over. This started when she was 12. I've argued with my parents many times about how they forgive her every tantrum, and that's one reason I went to college in another state. During those years, we barely talked. When I came back, she seemed to have matured, and for a while we had a normal relationship. But, as you can see, she still has massive meltdowns over nothing, like with this wedding. I messaged her future brother-in-law, asking why he and his brother are so fixated on me, but he didn't respond. Then my dad went to him and found out my sister convinced him I'm interested in him and will leave my boyfriend. So now I don't even know who came up with this nonsense first. Dad was furious and told him to leave me and my boyfriend alone. I've been telling my sister for years she needs therapy, but she always refuses. I tried convincing Mom to get her to at least do family therapy with me, but she refused too, though she initially seemed open to talking with me and Mom. When she first started dating her fiancé, she brought him to a work New Year's party. He brought his brother, and I was there too. He was her first boyfriend who showed any interest in marriage. Once his brother said he really likes me, and my sister immediately decided everything for me. She told him I don't have a serious relationship, even though I'd been with my boyfriend for 3 years at that point. According to her, the fiancé's brother had a great shot with me because he's perfect for me. Except he's not. Because of this, he lived under the illusion that my boyfriend is just temporary, which is absolutely not true. None of this makes sense, especially since my twin sister is single. We're fraternal twins, not identical. Different heights, different personalities, but she's still very pretty and single. Maybe my sister was jealous of my relationship this whole time and tried to ruin it. She's said multiple times she'll never have a relationship like mine with my boyfriend. About a month ago, just before she gave her ultimatum, she found out she's pregnant. I didn't know about it. She thinks if the thing with the brother doesn't work out, her fiancé will leave her, and the prospect of being a single mother scares her more than her family's hatred. She still has time to make decisions, but for some reason, she's clinging to this situation. We talked about a lot, and at some point, I lost it and said something like, "It's a pity you're so pathetic that you date anyone who looks at you and still can't build a normal relationship. You'll be divorced in a month." It was harsh, but I was so angry and wanted to say something even worse. My boyfriend insists we should go to the wedding despite all this nonsense. He doesn't have close relationships with his siblings, but always wanted to be part of my family and wants me to stay connected with them, so I don't regret it later. But he's still hurt that my sister tried so hard to exclude him. I'm trying to reassure him, saying everyone loves him, and I'll always be there. We're going to the ceremony as guests and leaving right after the I do's. My two brothers and twin sister are going together as a trio. We took a family wedding photo in a park beforehand, so our parents have at least one normal picture with us, and honestly, we looked awesome. They'll decide whether to stay at the wedding until the end, depending on the situation. My older brother is staying till the end to keep an eye on the fiance's brother and maybe talk to him. Many suggested my boyfriend propose to me at my sister's wedding, but I don't want to deliberately ruin her day. It wouldn't lead to anything good, and I don't want a public proposal anyway. I think it's tacky. My boyfriend and I are just enjoying each other and not stressing about this nonsense. I'm not worried about my sister attacking me again, but if she does, I'll handle her. She's terrible at fighting, so I don't even know why she went for me last time. Someone wrote, "Isn't it incest if sisters date brothers?" No, absolutely not. I even have cousins married to sisters. I don't condone this nonsense, but no, it's not incest at all. At the wedding, I wore my bridesmaid dress because I wasn't going to buy another one, and it was honestly stunning. My boyfriend and I tried to arrive as late as possible to minimize family questions about why I'm not in the ceremony. A few aunts and uncles asked, and I just said my sister lost her mind. Let them ask her. I stuck close to my cousins, whom I told what happened. Those who knew my boyfriend was uninvited were furious, especially since some other guest plus ones were just random dates. We sat in the front row so my sister, her husband, and his brother could see me with my incredibly handsome, smart, loving boyfriend. He held my hand the whole ceremony and made sure I was okay. This wedding convinced me I don't need a big wedding, just a party at most. The one time the brother stared at me, I shut him down by kissing my boyfriend. When the newlyweds walked back down the aisle, I said goodbye to those who deserved it, and we left. After, we went to a bar, danced, and had a great time. I'm glad I went to the wedding so I can say, "I told you so," when this marriage falls apart in 6 months. It'll feel good knowing that creep saw me kiss the man I love, because he'll never be that man. My twin sister got pretty drunk at the wedding and didn't hold back in talking to my sister. I didn't ask her to say anything, but she would have done it with or without alcohol. My younger brother told almost the whole family that my sister threw a fit, which is why I wasn't at the reception. My older brother talked to the brother-in-law, but I didn't ask what he said, just passing on what I was told. Honestly, I feel sorry for my sister. She trapped herself with this useless parasite. Her husband has zero qualities worth going through all this and fighting with family for. I wish she had more self-respect and higher standards. I don't know much about their relationship, and if he's a user, I hope she doesn't disrespect herself enough to tolerate it. Maybe they really love each other, or maybe he's just using her. Who knows? This marriage might not last long, but now she's tied to him for at least 18 years because of the kid. In a way, I understand her fear of being a single mother. My brother raises a kid alone and does great, but I don't plan to talk to her anytime soon. I still haven't gotten a clear answer on how much her husband was actually involved in setting up his useless brother's life. After all the questioning, it's still unclear if this was their joint scheme or just my sister's doing. These brothers were either neglected as kids or breastfed until they were 15. This summer, my boyfriend and I were already planning a vacation, but maybe now I'll extend it. Who knows, maybe we'll even get married in France, just for fun. Thanks for the support. Sorry if the ending isn't as dramatic as you wanted. I don't care anymore. I just want to move on, be happy, and not deal with this madness. I'm glad I haven't gotten any messages from the brother-in-law or mom, and that I have an amazing man.